So this is week 4 journal, Life Stressors journal. It was actually funny when we first started doing these journals. I felt pretty confident in my health assessments, but after the second week, I figured and had a clue that we were going to reach an activity of dealing with stress, and this was probably going to be my weakest one. So here we go. Were you surprised with your life stressor score? Why or why not? I was not surprised in my life stressor score, as I know that the only poor health issue that I feel related to is stress. It causes me to sometimes not eat. I find it hard to get a solid sleep, and I pretty much stress about everything. It's just the nature of when I am. I overanalyze everything. I work things up sometimes to make things out more than what they are. What major stressors are impacting your wellness? Work, home, and health have been the most impacting stressors lately. I have a good social life and I love communication with people, which my job allows me to do so. So as far as work goes, I operate a P&L driven program for a major tech company, so I'm constantly under pressure to perform on a financial level. Not to mention, I am a severe perfectionist, so I overanalyze everything and sometimes make simple tasks a lot harder than it has to be. As far as home goes, we are currently in the final process of building our first home. So need I say any more about that? If anybody's built a home, or Instructor, if you have built a home, you obviously know the stress that comes along with that. With my health, I always stress about, or lately I seem to be stressed about my health, as I don't know much about my heritage. My father passed away just a few years ago at a very young age of 56. Because our relationship was estranged, I don't know exactly what the cause was. And then not to mention I'm getting older, and so it just kind of makes me worry about my health a little bit more. Which dimensions of wellness are impacted by my stress, or by stress? My dimensions of wellness mostly impacted by stress is my physical, intellectual, and emotional. Physically, I'm just not sleeping like I should. I toss and turn throughout the night, wake up about an hour before my alarm clock goes off. So I just don't get a full night's solid sleep. It sometimes causes me to not eat so much, which causes my nutrition to be poor, affected me physically. Intellectually, I am constantly overloaded as everything runs through my head a mile a minute. Again, I do process things over and over again. A very creative brain. Again, being an executive chef for 13 years and being in the industry, your brain has to constantly think and evolve. I just can never seem to know when to slow it down. And then emotionally, I sometimes feel depressed. And my emotions are always up and down, unfortunately I get angered easily sometimes. Describe and discriminate the relaxation techniques that you tried in a video journal. Well, I chose 2 techniques. Exercise would be one, and the other you would consider in the book is meditation, I assume. And to me, that's prayer. I love to work out to relieve my stress in the gym. However, with my schedule being as busy it has been lately the past few months, building the house, youth volunteer at our church group, the holidays the past few months, the constant pressure and stress of work, being a full-time student here at Ashford, as well as 2 children, my 14-year-old son and my 3-year-old daughter, as well as trying to be a good husband to my wife, has just really hindered my time, not really allowed me to do so. Just not seem to find the time to do so. My body and stress can feel it as well. Prayer has been a major factor in dealing with my stress, as I constant prayers for peace and harmony. Do you think the relaxation technique would be effective in reducing your stress level if you practice on a regular basis? Yes, I do. I do exercise quite a bit prior to this past few months, and it has always helped me out tremendously. Some major health risks associated with distress: high blood pressure, depression, drinking, and anxiety. There's just a few to name that are associated with stress that, if not handled properly, could even eventually lead to death. And then the strategies that effectively to deal with distress and to consider using on a weekly basis would be the same. Just good spiritual prayer and good workout regimen. That'll complete my week 4 journal. Thank you for listening.